Welcome, welcome, welcome. Peace, peace, love, and light. Peace. Welcome to this particular reading. This reading will vary, it'll be for whatever it's for. So we're going to tell the story here and we will see what is going on in the collective. So this is definitely collective. This is definitely something that could absolutely be about something you're dealing with. And it could also not be about something that you're dealing with, period. So take it. If it resonates, great. Not, okay, let it fall because you want to come out of there. So the Four of Cups comes out, and that is that boredom. Balance with the Justice card here. Okay, trust with that King of Pentacles over there. Okay, we have the Nine of Wands, Six of Swords, Ace of Wands, no, that was not the Nine of Wands. This is the Five of Wands. Ooh, thank you, Spirit, for letting me see that. Because I'm looking like, wait a minute. Competition. Like, wait a minute. Okay, and then this is the Moon card, which represents those illusions. Oh, I already see what is going on here. Okay. You just want to come flying out of there. New beginning, the Fool card here. Wow, very good. And also that Otter, which is the King of the Ocean. Yeah. Oh wow. This is very, very good reading. To me, this is talking about you being bored with the competition, with competing energies, that's competing with you, that is, and it doesn't have to be in physical. This could be energetically, people competing here. You don't really honestly need a physical action to take place to realize you have competition. So some people being competitive, So it's like you being bored with the illusions of having these competitions and fightings or whatever this is. Whatever this is for you, you know what this is for you. So, and it's also, I'm like this. I don't need to compete with anybody, but you got that Page of Swords here. So this is like little messages and stuff. This is like people spying and watching and looking at, certain individuals here. That has become that bored because you have not received reciprocal things. So reciprocal feedback from these things, people, places, or things, whatever this is. Those are the illusions of, what are you competing for? Especially if it's something outside of yourself, it's an illusion. There's the competition, it could be people that is competitive towards you, but all of that is an illusion. So with the Five of Wands, what are you competing for to receive something from people that has not equally given you anything? So you've gotten bored with watching and looking at certain things, right? And know that there has always been like this competition when it comes to trying to get someone to give to you, or you giving to another here. So, you know, and then, you know, it's like balance begin to take place here. So the Tower card is what? The Tower falling on the illusions. You know, those things you felt that were real. That's not really even real. It's not, you know, it's these things doesn't have any value to them. You know, like a lot of things we could take hold to want to work out for us in a sense where we think material, too much focus on the material. Let me put it like that, because all this stuff is a an illusion in a sense, because what does it do for you at the end of the day? This Tower comes in only to put us on the place of where we need to be, even though we had to go through something maybe a little bit turbulence, but it really set the place for the balance to come in. And now you're in that Six of Wands energy. You're coming out of the conflict, and that's the conflict within yourself. But see over here, these illusions and things of that nature, and all this watching and seeing and all of these different things, these behavior problems that we may have had in the past, you know, wanting to get something, malnutrition, you know, not really caring for ourselves, or just over giving to other individuals. But we end up with that lack feeling there, and you're competing for this energy or competing for these things to take to have some type of reciprocal, to receive something from other people, or whatever the case may be, you know, like begging for something. Now, don't necessarily have to mean just literally begging, you know. But look at that. You got that Five of Cups that just flies out of here, because this is something you've been regretting. But, you know, you're learning how to trust in your situation. You're learning how to trust in yourself. And this is where the Fool card plays the biggest role at, because now you're ready to take a leap. You know, you're like, you know what? I'm going to trust the growth, because this is what this Ace of Wands is talking about. I'm going to trust this growth that I've experienced, and I'm going to learn to stay grounded here and bring order to my life, order to my situations, order to my, you know, the way I work. But there is regret, there is sadness, maybe for you or another person, you know, other people. Okay, yeah, because here you go. This Death card, and it always represents transformations. Something changed here. It had to end. This competitive energy, it had to move away to calmer waters, because growth had taken place. So no longer are you living in that type of manner. You know, though you regret the things that you had gotten distracted by, the things that you was doing, you know, you've learned to gain that balance and trust the process, trust the journey, the transformation that's taking place. With you're no longer being competitive. I'm not in a competition, period. You know, it's like, look, I'm not there. I'm coming out of that conflict within my mind. And because these things are all illusions, a lot of things that we create with our minds, a lot of things we have to change our minds with. You know, this battle, it goes on in the mind a lot of times. So those are those illusions of certain things, you know. So I get different storylines here, you know, so it's different stuff it could be. But when you're talking about releasing certain things and not competing for nobody to show you some attention or to give to you, and, you know what I'm saying, give to self. And that is the journey, the loyalty of it. And that's where you at. And this is why you got the Two of Wands here, because when that Tower fell right there, this is something that kind of like shook you up, maybe like a little wake-up call or something. But it causes you to go to that, new beginning point. that Fool card where you're ready to take the leap of faith and bring order into your journey, order into your life, having trust, because you've grown, the growth taking place here. So you're making that decision right now. That's the Two of Wands. You're making a conscious decision on what it is that you want to do. You're making that conscious decision, right? And which is awesome, because you want to make the decision for yourself to how you want to move on this journey. Because we can't depend on other people to make that move, right? We are making it for ourselves, and we also take responsibility for our own journeys. So it's nobody else's fault if we're in a place that we don't desire to be. That is only our responsibilities. We get out of these things on our own. So, and though, yeah, it gets rough sometimes because things happen, and it only comes to, help us, right? So, okay, you got the Queen of Swords here. And this is someone that has been teaching a youth. And I feel like this is you, and this doesn't have to mean that you're a woman, you're feminine, or you could be a masculine. But you in that caring and loving energy that you got to speak this to give clarity and truth, to trust, learning how to trust your situation, trusting yourself, trusting the knowledge and the growth and all of these things that you've gained. Trust yourself enough to take care of it. Here it is. You got something shiny in this, and it's your worth. It's your inside gold here, and because that's the growth point. That is what has taken place for you. So it's like So is these up? Yeah, they're upside down. I was wondering, So here you got the Star card. It's a major arcana. And the Wheel of Fortune, that is a major arcana. So this is just telling me that then it comes over here about his growth, which is beautiful, because this is you. You never lost hope here. You always knew that, at the end of the day, I'm going to make it through it, even through the sunshine and the stars being beautiful out, and even through the cloudiness and the rain, So it's like, though there be rainy days, there's still sunshine, and the stars do shine, still coming. This is the growth that's taking place with you. You see where it says growth? This is growth for you. And the Wheel of Fortune represents what I'm thinking about, destiny. I'm thinking about, all of the good things that have came in my life. The Wheel of Fortune talks about fortune, just blessed here, left and right. You're just blessed at the end of the day, and these are all the good things that's coming into your life. And it's like, this is what has came into your life and what is coming into your life. You're still in that place where you're receiving so many different things, and it brings order here. It brings order. And I think once you get that inside calmed and worked out and things of that nature, you're good. You're absolutely good, because that brings in that balance and order. Plain and simple as that. Because if you're messed up on the inside, you ain't going to be all right on the outside. So I really feel that. Yeah. So this is definitely some good little messages here. Oh, wow. We have the Death card again. The order, the transformation that takes place. You have it here. Then you have it over here. Step, which lets me know at that ending point, that transformation has taken place, because look at this woman. She's standing. She's had to go through the fire. So in order to get there, you got to go through the fire, right? So it's things we go through in order to set us on the right path, the right place that we're trying to get to, you know, basically. And it's just very good, positive. Okay, well, this is okay. I will use these things. Yeah. So whatever you had to go through to get to this place where you're at now, you had to learn to trust in yourself and see your own growth, you know, see the growth that you know, accomplished. You accomplished something, you know, your growth, plain and simple. It's like we are our worst critics. You know, we are so tough and hard on ourselves. And it's like, man, you know, it's we have to really see the good in ourselves too. You just, you know, take our focus off others, but what can we see good about ourselves, you know? 8 of Summers. Look at that. Walking away. What does it say on here? It says the desire for a more meaningful life. Did you hear what I just said? A desire for a more meaningful life. Realizing that it's time to move on. Choosing to make major life changes. With that falls right up under this 5 of Cups. Again, 8 of Cups right here. The 5 of Cups right there, because this is stuff that you regretted. You went from the 4 of Cups, being bored with this situation, whatever this is. You know, may have been just watching things in the background. You know, this is someone just spying, you know, looking. But what comes out of it, you know, that, you know, being that bored in that place, right? Bored with the messages or whatever this what you was receiving, that what you was getting from it or whatever. You're very sad, maybe even regretting spilling these cups, you know? Spilling, you know, wasted time or wasted energy, but there's still cups back here, you know, still cups back here. Saying it's like it's not over because of that, you know, but it's saying like you're moving on. So you win some and you lose some. So it's like, hey, you know, you take the good and you take that bad, you know, you transform it to something greater, to something that I've learned, I've grown from, you know. It's no longer I'm going to allow these things, these illusions of things, and definitely not going to be in this competitive energy with people, you know. You're transforming something. And that's just your life in general. And so this is talking about being more dependable. Prince of Autumn. And this is what's being transformed here. Being more dependable. And then you're also a protective person. Humorous. Cautious but wise action. So kindness to others as well. So when you're thinking about that, that is that growth. That's the growth and the good fortune that comes in. Because, you know, first it start inwardly. And remember, like, you know, we want things to happen so fast for us. We want things to happen quickly like this. I want this money. I want these things, these illusions to take place, right? These things to happen first. Which is not just saying that what you want, you don't deserve it, because you do. But those things, before, you know, you could even do these things that you really, truly desire, you really have to be ready within. You know, a lot of, wow, just a lot of cars just come flying out of here. But a lot of people, you know, think that growth points, this is talking about people that's been on a journey, a spiritual journey. If you're a divine feminine, divine masculine, you know, this is amazing. 5 of Wands fell on top of 5 of Wands here. 5 of Spring. Wow. But you have a true desire to live in harmony, you know, not in chaos, you know. So, okay, with that 5 of Wands came down exactly right here by this other 5 of Wands. Clarifying that page of the Prince of Autumn, the page of Pentacles. But this is just you being cautious and knowing that you cannot be like this with people, you know, and then you're not wanting people to be in this way with you, and you're not accepting this stuff. You feel me? So it's like opposing goals and arising from difficult opinions, different opinions, feeling at odds with yourself and others, overly ambitious people. Which this talks about that too, kind of, you know, dependable, protective, you know. And so you go on, you got all these pages that's out here, you know. And so this is you taking growth. This is you dealing with the growth aspects. This is where you growing up at. And that's where your Wheel of Fortune and that Hope card lies, you know. You coming into that. But this is what this is talking about. Not having to be competitive about anything. You know, that page that I was just looking at here was Page of Cups, which is talking about a romantic situation, falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet. Whatever this was that you felt like you had went through, maybe, you know, with someone, being swept off your feet, like you know, had a lot of competition dealing with this situation, but you're going to a more of a calmer place now, and you're coming out of competing for this person. You've walked away from it because you feel like, hey, I'm done doing this because it's a waste of time. So now you become this King of Wands. So, okay, when we're talking about this, whether you male or female, you're talking about someone that is inspiring, a wise person, someone that is just, you know, a leader, and needs and knows that the world needs they particular teachings and leader, and need them as leaders, you know, period. Whatever situation you may be, whatever your field of work is, whatever you do in life, you're still that leader and you're leading out. So that is that King of Wands with the 2 of Wands right there. That's that action that you're taking against all these illusions, against all these things that don't serve you. You're jumping out there with a new beginning, taking that leap of faith, having order, bringing order into your life. And that's the transformation again. You know, so what I'm saying is, like, this whole situation, the 7 of Wands, is talking about being assertive. Don't back down from what you believe. Courageously stand up for yourself, basically. Being that leader and not backing down from what it is you want to do, that you desire to do, period. You know? Period. Which is awesome. So however your situation panned out, look at the 5 of Swords here. So again, remember I was talking about, you know, the 6 of Swords was you going on, you know, the calm right there. You're in that place and you calmly making these decisions, gaining that balance, getting where you need to be, you know, and moving on here. Because growth took place. But see, that is that defeat mode in the mind, in the mental. So no longer needing to be there, you know, because you're not, that's not where you are. So it's coming out of that, you know, come out of that feeling defeated. Look at another one, didn't give me time enough to do it. Look, that is that divine feminine energy. That is the Empress there. So, you know, maybe feeling defeated by this, about this Empress, wanting some truth, some knowledge, wanting to understand things on a higher perspective with the Sun card. This is always, you know, the Sun card talks about happiness. It talks about, you know, warmth and things of that nature. So when I look at it, I feel like it's just some knowledge here that you're trying to get. I also feel like the Sun talks about illumination and things of that nature. And but anyway, with the Hangman falling down here, I'm not going to take it, but it fell down, and that just shows me that there's no movement going on right now. You know, it's a lot of fire here, but I just feel like you're not, you know, all this stuff here that you're doing, that you were doing maybe, you know, you have came out of that. I feel like that's what you're practically. It's been a distraction for you. It's been holding you up. So it's like, okay, now it's time to really make that decision. Take action. Boom. Knight of Wands. Okay, I get up, I take action now. So again, like I said, Nine of Swords may have been under a bit of anxiety, thinking, you know, stressing about certain issues and stuff, things that's been going on. So this person here has really been like in that prayerful, meditative place, you know, but really got a lot. Now here you got the King of Wands over here that comes down reverse, you know, sideways or whatever. So this is someone that's not just yet ready here. Yeah, someone that ain't been given or something here. But you got King of Wands here as well. So this is someone that had the, I want to say this is the same person. This is, if it's not you, then this is you. Is this the same individual? It's got a lot to do with giving. Okay. Okay, yeah. It's like 10 of Wands at the bottom here about the relationship thing. So, yeah. So what I see here is just the decision that had to be made was actually this could have been a shakeup, right? And so this made you feel, because you have that Nine of Wands energy there. Nine of Swords, I'm sorry. The Nine of Swords is like that mental chatter at night, and when you can't rest, you can't sleep, you have an anxiety about all of this stuff that's going on in your life or with you, or whatever you did that made you feel less than, and it didn't fulfill you or something. It took away the fire from you in a sense. It's like that's the stage, you know, you having to come out of that, because you're at that ending point. You're healing. You done healed from some betrayal, from the ending of other situations. You know, it's like you've done healed from that. You know, and all of that feeling defeated by this Empress, or this Empress feel defeated in a sense, whatever this may be for you, because we know the Empress is all queens, very loving, very caring, very fiery queen, very stable and grounded, you know, and she also speaks her truth. So there, you know, feeling like, you know, mental, this is defeat. Conflict and defeat. That's what that is. And so you're walking away from feeling like that, or you're walking away from somebody, you know, who's to say whatever this is, but that's dealing with a relationship with this Ace of Cups, or either this is just you walking towards your own healing is what I'm saying. So the Sun card, and like I said, all this happiness that you feel, the illumination that you may have gotten here, this is strength, being strong about certain things that maybe that you've heard or spoken about. All of this got to do with your growth point, being strong about giving to people and things of that nature. The Strength card and Six of Pentacles, this is about strong about not giving. You know, you could be wanting to give to a situation, but hey, something in you is saying no. So it could very well represent that. So who's to say it doesn't represent, that? I'm just pulling cards, you guys. We're going to get all type of messages that we can get, being that it is a collective read. Okay, that's one we already had out of here, and that is that King of Swords. Or was this that one? It could have been another reading I was doing for someone. But it's still that same energy here that, putting an end to certain things, traveling. And not going backwards. Damn, the Strength card is coming out of here. You hear me? We got the Strength card again, because here you got the Strength card right here. It's definitely taking you strength to move away from this, to move on, to go, or either go towards something, or, you know what I'm saying? Don't back down, be assertive. So whatever you believing in, go for it. It's basically what this is saying. Something happened. Somebody was shaken up here. And then you got this other individual that's losing sleep about this. This is King of Cups. So definitely with the new beginning, the Fool card, this is definitely about emotions and things of that nature. So something that you care about wanting. You want to speak about it. This could be why there's the Emperor. So we do have divine counterparts here. Divine masculine, divine feminine, Empress, and the Emperor out here on the stage, bringing order. This is what this Emperor do. Bringing order to this situation, I believe. Most definitely bringing order to this situation. So, and this could very well be the Emperor, the divine masculine as well, in this reverse type of energy. It's like, not feeling so inspiring, not feeling so much like a leader. But here, saying that tower, when that tower hit, it knocked you off a little bit and made you get up some here. I really feel like it's still like a good opportunity to change. That's where the growth comes in. And that's, oh, wow. The Queen of Cups, too. The Queen of Cups goes through her transformation as well. So you got the King and the Queen of Cups here too. So these counterparts, these are different counterparts here. Wow. Yeah, this person goes through that transformation. Absolutely. Goes through that transformation. And I'm peeping just to... Okay. Yeah, goes through that transformation for a purpose, for a reason, and I want to know why. And I had... Wait a minute. It's like that this is your time, and both of you people, there's the Queen. Oh, wow. Godly, the Queen of Wands right there. There's the King of Wands. Here's the Queen. All right. Wow. Definitely counterparts. Okay, these are counterparts working on themselves together. Even though I don't care if you're not together, in the physical realm, but spiritually, y'all is doing this together. This is what's happening. Wow. Both of you guys are going through this together. Okay. What flipped over? Wow. A lot of the same cards. Look at here. You have the Page of Swords again, because we have the Page of Swords over here. So that tells me, you know, it's like both of you guys watch each other here. Three of Wands. Where is that Three of Wands at? Okay, that's not the one I had. Yeah, it's another reading. Okay, yeah, Three of Wands. Spirit being ready. And it's like just being ready for whatever. Your journey, period. Taking your journey. Wow. Wow. This is a pretty deep reading, and it got a lot to do with your transformation, your growth process, and things of that nature. So it's like, you know, communion, ego. Could have Native American in you guys' bloodline. Native American, but when you're talking about a commune, you're communing with each other here. Grounding with each other. The tree. Wow. Then you have the tsunami, and I feel like that's what that the wake up call here is what took place here. Remember, that's what I was telling you, you know, with this tower that happened. It shook up some things, and I feel like you're trying to be strong about these emotions that you have for this queen. And you feel like this queen went through this transformation before. Or this person going through it. Like I said, you guys could be going through it together. But it's a lot of growth that took place with you as a person. You know, the order and the growth and the trust and all of these different things that you guys experienced together here. One just, you know, it could have been at certain times you guys did this. But both of you guys mirror each other. You know, both of you guys went through the growth, competition shit. It's just, oh, you guys kept the faith, though, because you knew it was like destiny here. So I really think this whole reading, you can put it together in all different type of ways. But I do feel this is definitely talk about divine counterparts. Because, hey, it's just there. And you can look at it however you want to look at it. You can look at it as you being in union with yourself, communion with yourself, groundedness, dealing with your emotions, dealing with your feminine and your masculine side of yourself, going through the transformation, being spiritually ready, healing yourself, you know, learning not to be just giving away your jewels to anybody, you know, but you're still watching and paying attention to your Empress here. And then your Empress down here is doing the same thing. So it's like whoever is the Empress, Emperor is what I'm telling you. There's the Empress. Here's the Emperor. So they both got these things on their mind. And they're both doing the same things. So you know, you look at it and you just got to figure this part out for yourself, whether it be your situation or not. So grounding, whatever this wake-up call was, it brought you to this place to ground yourself, so which is a very beautiful place to be. So awesome. So you guys, I really hope you enjoyed the message. Yes, it was kind of long. I didn't expect it to be this long. But I feel that it touches bases with a lot of the things that we may experience in our lives. And so whatever this is for you, and that falling in love at first sight, boy, I tell you, I feel like both of these people felt like that. Like when they met, it's like, oh my God, they fell in love with each other. I mean, like that. And it was instant, and they knew it. Both of them knew it, and there became that, and this is that twin flame journey, right? So you have to really see it for what it truly is and not ignore it. It's not to be ignored. It's to show that growth does happen on both ends of these individuals. And this is what shows you that this whole journey is the truth. It's real. Both of these people go through this transformation and they come out whole individuals. Now it's up to them. It's their free will power to do whatever it is they desire to do. So the love that comes out the whole situation is that, and that's the appreciation of the journey, period. So, but I do feel these people they do love one another, and they do want to grow with one another. And that's the order that both parties want to bring together here. And that's balance, and that's order again. Trusting in it, trusting it, that's what it is. That's what it is. So healing has happened here. Healing has happened for some of you guys, and maybe both of you guys. Healing has definitely happened. So you guys be blessed. One love, one light, peace.